Good morning. Good morning. So I was telling a lot of you that this is the first year I've ever done this like this. I don't know if you guys do this every year, but I bought all my gifts online. I just didn't feel like going to the stores and how easy it was to buy everything online. But every time I went to the store to buy something online, I bought something for me. I don't usually do that. I'm pretty good. Like, okay, for Jake, for my grandkids and my daughter. This year, every time I went on, I found something I wanted, right? So this was one of those things. And I wanted to share with you. It's called the Illustrated Herbiary. It's a beautiful card deck. And it has all herbs in it as the cards. So I highly suggest it. It's so beautiful. But I wanted to read three specific things from it. One is about the first card that I picked, and it is the quaking aspen tree. So if you want, go ahead and close your eyes or keep them open, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to read to you a little bit about the quaking aspen tree and what her medicine is for us. Despite the trembling of her leaves, aspen isn't really scared. How do I know? Because deep underground, all aspens hold hands with each other. To our eyes, aspen trees are individuals, but in their roots and hearts, they're one. This is not a mere metaphor, for aspens grow in what's called a clonal colony, sending out underground suckers to find a lovely spot to sprout a sister tree. Aspens groves are among the largest and oldest single organisms on the planet. And when you see aspens quivering, it's often with laughter, because she giggles gently at the human race, who seems to have forgotten that deep in our roots, we too are one. Aspens ask us to root into this sense of connection so we can let go of our fears. So go ahead and stand up for a moment. Go ahead and stand. Allow your arms to be alongside of you, maybe palms facing forward, and then close your eyes again. Aspen always knows that she's part of something greater than herself, sometimes a sense that we humans often lack. So take a couple of moments to connect with the comfortable awareness that everything is connected. You are connected to everything. And as you stand with your eyes closed, breathe gently. When you feel your shoulders relax and your breath come easily, begin to imagine your feet as roots gently pushing into the earth. And as you sink down, picture the feet of others near you. And I know that some of you are alone in your room, but you're not alone, because there are 38 people online and there are 6, 7 people here in the studio. So feel that interconnectedness. Embrace the crisscross tangling at your feet roots, traveling along these connections to the place that you always understand that you are never alone. And then the question is, how do you balance your individuality with the place in your family, your community, the world? Celebrating your individuality is a necessity, but maybe if you can drop that for a moment and stand in community and see that visual of the roots that are connecting you, that are holding hands deep down under the earth. And does your drive to be very unique leave you alone? Once again, breathe in the connectedness that we have with each other. And what's beautiful about medicine like this is that all you have to do when you see a quaking aspen, or actually any tree, is to go stand by them and breathe with them, and you will feel this connection so deeply. Go ahead and take your seat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. As we remember that we are never alone, that we are always connected, not only to each other, but to the greater sense of universal cosmic consciousness, cosmic heartbeat. Good, deep breath in. Release your hands, open your eyes. I'm going to read you two more as we take class together. Just two more that are very common that you'll know maybe more than the quaking aspen. But go ahead and come up to your hands and knees and begin to cat and cow. And I'm super excited to see some of you that I haven't seen for a while. Yay. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Don't ever leave again, damn it. I'm sorry. You can do whatever you want. But I'm happy to see you. Cat and cow, inhale and exhale. I'm going to read to you about two other very special herbs that live in your house, probably, and what their medicine is. But for now, just breathe in and breathe out, knowing that nature can show us where we need to return in any given moment. That image of holding hands under the ground. Maybe Yasmin. Good, now press back into child's pose. Take your hips all the way back, stretch your arms out in front of you. Breathe deeply into your back body. Walk your upper body to the right side of your mat. Extend that left side of the body so sweetly as if you are making space to breathe just a little bit deeper. And slide that body to the other side, please. Just pull that right side a little bit longer, stretch it a little bit more. And come all the way back onto your hands and knees. Stretch your right arm out to the right, slide it underneath your left. Threading the needle. Lift your hips just a little bit higher. Yeah, there it is. Good. And then slide nice and deeply. The shoulder gets that nice little stretch. Come on back and switch to the other side. Long, deep nose breathing. Gorgeous, everybody. And come on up onto your hands and knees. Now you're just going to slide your right knee in front of your left knee. Right knee in front of left knee. And then separate your feet nice and wide and sit back between your heels. You might need a prop here. You might need a block. Ludmila, can you grab a block for her? Yeah, great. Maybe sitting on a blanket also works. So right knee is on top of left knee. Go Mukasana. Right knee on top of left knee. This is a pretty big pose to do right at the beginning of class, I know. If this doesn't work for you, you could take your right shin in front of your left shin, so you're crossing your shins instead. Place your fingertips down to the floor. Press the floor down, lift your chest up. So Lydia, stay lifted up, walk your hands back. There you go, nice Lori, nice Diane, nice Melody, Audrey, Lisa, Ken, gorgeous. Melissa, walk your hands back just a little bit. Are you sitting on something? Nothing under, yeah, okay, good. Can your bottom heel, can your left heel come on the other side of the block? Lean forward and bring your foot over just a little bit more. Okay, but the block can still be there if you want it to be. Yeah, if your knees don't feel good, everybody, do the cross of the shins instead. Good, now walk forward any amount. And feel that sense of what's underneath you being held, being connected, being supported, interwoven. And your breath gets a little bit deeper. Keep your feet active, maybe spread your toes here. Nice, Kristen. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Maybe come back onto your hands and knees and change left knee in front of right knee and or left shin in front of right. Sit back between your heels. Again, sitting up on a block might be very nice and helpful. And then fingertips to the floor. Lift the chest up, soften those front ribs. Soften your eyes and deepen your breath. Don't forget, Christine, you can always put your left shin in front of your right if that feels better. Yeah, let's do that. And also, Kristen is lying on her back with her left shin in front on top of her right. So that can work for some of you too. Take a deep breath in and then start to walk forward any amount. There you go. That looks nice, Melissa. That works. Nice, Kim. Feel how your fingertips are connecting to the floor, the lightness. Just talking to my husband yesterday about how much I'm craving going back to India. I'm like so craving it. And one of the things that very first time I went, I was with my friend Sarah, and she taught a very connective feminine form of yoga, which really is softening through all the body parts, even though you're engaging so fully. Really softening. Softening through the hands, releasing through the mind, through the skin. Good, walk up. And then go ahead and come forward onto your hands and knees, press back downward facing dog. And after that kind of a hip opener, it's nice to kind of pedal your feet here. Pedal, bending one knee and then the other. And then try to come into that stillness. And once again, use that imagery below your feet, below your hands, that interconnectedness. And then walking your feet up to your hands, standing forward bend. Bend your knees slightly so your shins come forward a little bit. Make sure your feet are pointing straight ahead. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Bend your elbows, shrug your shoulders towards your ears. And then start to straighten the legs and straighten the arms and pressing the thighs back instead of the knees. Nice, Robin. And then let your hands float down to the floor. Step your left leg back behind you, right knee bends. Walk both hands inside of your right foot. Walk your hands to the upper left-hand corner of your mat so your right knee is forward. You're in a lunge and both hands come inside. And you're going to walk your hands forward and maybe come down to those elbows, maybe stay with straight arms, but keep pressing those hips back. If you have a block coming down to the block, might be nice too. Good, as I keep that right hip crease back. Nice. Scoop your low belly a lot. Allison, watch your knee. There you go. Beautiful, Anne, Sarah, nice, Susan, Annette, gorgeous Angela. And then as you walk your hands back in, keeping your left hand on the mat, take your right arm to the sky twist. Take your arm over your ear, extend and expand. Release your hand down to the floor, step back, nice Roz, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank pose, pause. Maybe come down to your knees and take a child's pose or lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra, open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Nice, Lisa, sit back into child's for a moment. Take a breath in child's and fill your back body. Breathe into your kidneys, breathe into your adrenals. And then press all the way back up into downward facing dog, hip side of the sky. Beautiful. Left foot steps forward, soft landing if you can. Bring both hands inside. Make sure the knee is on top of the ankle, not past here. Walk your hands forward. Maybe come down to your elbows. Take your sit bones back. So sit bones in every single pose are moving wide to give you space. You could always drop your back knee here if you'd like to. Jen Cahalan, haven't seen you for a while. Love, love, love. Feel beneath you. We did a spell in class the other day, and spell work is just about calling in all the elements of nature to support whatever you wish for. So what is below, what is above, what is deep within you? Walk your hands back in, take your left arm to the sky. Reach your arm over your ear and extend. Push your seat back, keep your butt moving back. Excellent. Beautiful. Hand down to the floor, step forward into squat or chair pose, whichever one serves you better. You might like a little bit of a blanket underneath your heels. Nice, Melanie. Sydney's there, yes? Awesome. Oh, there you are. Love you guys. Yeah. Good. Take your right hand to the floor, left arm to the sky. Squeeze your right arm to your inner right knee and reach, extend and widen a lot. Yeah. So yeah, Linda, you can even just do a twist to the other, like a prayer twist. Yeah. And then try the other side. Yeah, that's going to do great. Yeah. If you're in a chair, instead of down into that deep squat, do a prayer twist. Nice, Angela. And then hand down to the floor, standing forward, bend. Step your left leg back behind you. Bend your right knee. Walk your hands inside. And then travel all the way to the left. Walk yourself to the left until you're at the middle of your long side of your mat. Prasarita Padottanasana. I know, too many words. And then a deep bow here. Enjoy your breath. Let your spine release. Nice, Diane. Nice, Sarah. Joy. And then go from side to side, bending one knee and then the other. You can make a circular figure 8 with your spine as you do this, or just move side to side. Bending knees though, bend knees, bend knees. And then arrive on your right side and stay for a moment with your knee bent. Take your left hand to your outer right ankle, left hand to your outer right ankle. Keep the knee bent. Take your right arm to the sky. And then start to straighten the leg slowly. Or maybe you like it to keep it bent. Like it to keep it? It's good English happening here. Good. And then release down and bend the left knee and walk over to the left side. Take your right hand to your outer left shin. Keep the knee bent for a moment. And then begin to straighten. And that left arm is going up to the sky. Nice, Lori. Margot, I can't see you, but I know you're there. And come back. Now walk your hands forward as if you're taking a very long, open dog pose. So walk your hands forward. This is like the perfect pose to really feel those sit bones moving wide, those inner thighs moving wide, but using that energy of the earth beneath you to hold you. Let out a sigh here. Listen deeply to the whispering of the trees, of the breeze. Our moon energy, we're in a waxing moon. Full moon on Tuesday. Walk back in, walk to the front of your mat, downward facing dog. And take it forward to plank. Let's throw a Vashisthasana in if you'd like. Right hand holds you. You can always drop your bottom knee or go ahead and stack your left leg on top of your right leg. Take your left arm to the sky. And then try the other side. Beautiful, so strong. Nice. Yeah, Allison, look at you. Beautiful. Open, open, open. Melissa, excellent touchdown. Take it through your vinyasa if you'd like, or come on down to your knees and take a child's pose. Nice, Sarah. I love when you're facing me dead on and opening your mouth and sticking out your tongue. Left foot steps forward. We'll take a child's together in a moment. And then turn to the side. Walk, walk, walk to the right until you come to the center of your mat. Called Prasarita Padottanasana. Make sure your feet are parallel to each other. Bow forward. Hands on the floor. And this time, reach for your outer shins, hands on your outer shins, and draw your shins in toward each other, but widen your inner knees. Make sure your inner knees stay wide, your inner thighs stay wide. Beautiful. And then let your left hand drop onto the floor in front of you, just in the middle of the mat. Take your right arm to the sky twist. Push your inner left thigh more to the left. Beautiful. Bring it down and try the other side. So as you're doing this, feel, nice Ross, feel your internal organs. Feel as you're squeezing your liver. Nice. Release it back down. Walk to the front of your mat. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice. And then come on down to your knees and rest in child's pose. So the first herb that you might have in your house is thyme. It says mythology teaches us that a minotaur haunts the labyrinth of your psyche. As you walk towards your center, this monster prowls and roars, trying to scare you off your path by revealing your fears and inadequacies. But you're never truly alone. You always have an ally like thyme. Her scent purifies your thoughts so you can see what's true and what is real. Thyme kills off what's other, whether that's germs or microbes or thoughts or feelings. This thyme's special magic, she calls your inner flame to burn the dross, distilling your spirit. Intuitively, she knows you from the not you. And she sees you clearly when you cannot. For time is a powerful plant. Do not call on her unless you're truly ready to do the work to see who you are. Something that most of us have, right, in our spice cabinet. And the beauty with time is that you can make a tea out of it, just steeping it in hot water. You can make a smoke out of it, as in sage, so that you can smoke around yourself. You can just place it close to you or put it into your food more and more. She helps you to see the real you. This is the gift, right? These are our holiday gifts, is that which nature gives us eternally. Come on up to your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. I like to tell you these because then you have no excuse, because you might have an excuse that, gee, I don't have that tree around me, Sheryl, or I don't have that plant around me. Well, come on. I know you have time somewhere, or you can go to the store, right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1, first warrior. Bring your right foot forward, drop your back heel, inhale your arms to the sky. And again, keep pulling up that connection from the floor. The picture that is in this book, the illustrated herbiary, is so pretty. It really shows roots holding hands with each other. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath into your heart and then bow. Let all parts of you reach down toward the earth. Nice. Keep reaching into your legs and below your legs. Good. Let your hands float down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Again, you have a choice to take a vinyasa or not, right? Today, maybe we're tired. Maybe yesterday we did a lot. So maybe dropping down to your knees and cat-cow instead of going through the full vinyasa. Your choice, what your body's asking for today. And there's nothing better than learning to listen to our bodies. Beautiful, everybody. Nice. All right. Left foot steps forward when you're ready. Inhale your arms to the sky. So beautiful, so receiving. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take a breath into your chest. And bowing forward, letting that feeling of everything dissolving back to the earth. Let your head touch the floor here. Go, 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 go. Hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. I know some of you have longer hair. I know. Take it through your vinyasa of choice. Nice, Susan. Beautiful. Yes. You know, there's that moment in our physical practice where we go just a little deeper than we've ever gone before. So if I'm asking you to leave that pose, stay as long as you'd like to. Good. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward. When you're there, you'll join us. Lower your back knee down to the floor, maybe a blanket underneath your left knee. Inhale your arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Yeah. Pull from your core and then visualize. And I know we've been told this, I've been teaching since 1996. So that's a really long time, right? So I've been told to visualize a golden cord moving through me, or golden light moving through me. I don't know, for a really long time I thought, what's the big deal? But I think now it's a big deal. I do. So visualize golden light, because you are. You close your eyes here too. The temple of light moving down through your fingers, through the crown, through the third eye, and reaching all the way down into the depth of your earth energy. And then place your hands down onto the floor. Now, can you do this? Stay upright. Let's do it like this. Come back to that upright. Yep. And let your arms just come down to the floor. And like you're dripping your fingertips to the floor. So Roz, bring your right arm out to the other side. Yeah. But stay upright. Stay upright. Yeah. And then just start feeling you're dripping your fingertips down to the floor, and see if you can get your fingertips to almost touch the floor. So stay upright though. Stay upright. Shoulders back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. And keep letting your pelvis get heavier and heavier and heavier. Chest lifted. Nice, Susan. Good. And now touch the floor. Go ahead and lean forward and straighten that front leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. And drag that heel down and back. So the front foot lifts up off the mat. You can pull that heel back so the front leg goes straight. If you need padding underneath the knee, fold your mat twice. If you need, like, fold your mat another time, that might work. Good. And just leaning over that right leg. Beautiful. Breathing deeply. Good. Now I want to see how this works as you move forward into that bent knee, move the knee forward again, and then just swing that left leg off the floor into a standing split. So come forward onto that right foot, plant the foot deeply. Yep, Dana. And then lift the back leg up. Yep, yep. And then breathe here into this bow. Again, recreating that feeling. Both hands are on the floor here. Standing, standing split. Recreating that feeling of what is below you that is holding you, supporting you. So that left leg's up in the sky. You're in a standing split. There you go. Yep, that's okay. And then step it back, downward facing dog. Super beautiful, everybody. Move through a vinyasa of your choice or not. Keep your breath moving. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Nice melody. Beautiful. Good. Left foot steps forward as you're ready. And come into that low lunge. Drop the knee. Inhale the arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Beautiful, Diane. Here you can let that knee go as far forward all the way to the tip of the toes if you'd like. Good. Hands up to the sky. You got it. Knee pointing right at that second toe. Yeah, just roll that mat. That'll give you that cushion. Excellent. Yep, perfect. And then keep upright here and just drop your hands to the floor. Keep upright. Just drop your fingertips toward the floor. And then keep asking your fingertips to move closer to the floor, but move your shoulders back. That's it. Move your shoulders back. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Make sure there's a prop underneath your back knee if you need it. And then go ahead and let your hands touch the floor. Straighten your front leg. Come up onto the heel. Draw the heel down and back. And bow over that front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Kind of lift that foot up nice and high. Dig the heel down. Draw it back. Yep. That's it. Take one more really delicious breath here. And then here goes what we did before. You're going to bend your left knee, plant your foot, feel your foot plant, come forward and swing your back knee up to the sky as gracefully as you can. Nice. Point that back toe to the floor. Good. And then go ahead and bring your right foot up to meet your left foot, standing forward bend. Place your hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Bring your arms alongside the body, turn your palms face forward, close your eyes and feel. There's such an interesting combination of being unique as to our soul's purpose and being connected as our collective soul. This energy that has been shifted from what it was to what it's becoming is bringing us back into that interconnectedness in such a big way. Inhale those arms to the sky. Take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. But push down through those legs. Draw in through those ribs. Come on up and take it to the other side. I think that's it. Maybe take one more stretch. See if you can exhale and go a little bit deeper. And then come on back. Good. Clasp your hands together. Point your finger straight up to the sky. So arms overhead. Clasp your hands together. Point your finger straight up. Now lift your left knee off the floor. Left knee up. And send the left leg back for Virabhadrasana 3 with your arms in the exact position that they're in right now. You're laser-like, laser-like. And come on up. And as your foot falls to the floor, reach up through your fingertips. So this is the creation, right? That connection of above and below. Try the other side. Right knee into your chest, but keep the arms overhead. As above, below, as within, without. Stretch it back, Vira 3. Beautiful. Pull your body long, pull your spine long. And come on up. Beautiful. Release your hands down to the sides. Nice. All right, let's try Vrikshasana tree pose. Left knee into your chest. Left foot into inner right thigh or below to the shin, or even posting on the floor. Now remember that that left knee does not have to be directly out to the left. It can be slightly forward. I want your hips square. That's the most important part here, hips square. Navel in, rib cage drawn in. Favorite hand position, you choose. Tree pose. Breathing. Breathing with and as the tree. Gorgeous. Release and change sides. Quaking aspen. Take a moment to reach deep down and then reach way up. One of the things I was teaching on Christmas Eve morning was the idea of how we really still don't reach for the bigness of ourselves. We still give ourselves, if only I had just this much, I would, that would be great. Thanks, universe. Or letter to the universe, right? If you give me just enough, thank you. No. Now you're going to ask for everything you ever wanted. Release the foot down. It's not greedy. Beautiful. Bend both knees and sit back into chair. And then prayer twist to the right. Let's take that left elbow and hook. And then I want you to fly here. So keep the hook and look down to the floor. And without thinking, just send your left leg back to Virabhadrasana 3. Keep the hook. Take that left leg back off the floor. Quaking. You're allowed to quake. Remember, come back. Good, Ann. Come back and try the other side. The quaking is her laughing at us. So laugh at yourself. Let yourself fall. Prayer twist to the other side and then take that foot off the floor. Don't think about it. When you think about it, you won't do it. And then come back Standing forward bend. Beautiful. Okay, take your feet wide, come into squat. Take as long as you'd like there, and then come down to lay on your back. And the only reason I say it like that is because some of you I know cannot do a squat, so you can come right down to your backs. But if you like squat, and I highly suggest you squat every day, because if you don't, then squat leaves you. You lose squat. But when you're ready, go ahead and lie down on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Some of you guys have heard this story that I started teaching yoga when I was in my 30s because I was up in my attic and I tried to squat to look at some, I don't know, Christmas paper or something like that. And I couldn't squat. And I'm like, God, this is going to get worse. So lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. And I understand if you can't squat because you're healing a knee injury. So that's really important. You listen to that. Good. Wrap your right knee on top of your left knee, please. Right knee on top of left. Don't hold it with your hands here. Let your hands come down to the floor. And then try to squeeze your shins toward each other and then pull your shins away from each other. It's one of my favorite things to do lately. Some of you know that. Pull your shins toward each other and then squeeze them away. And let your navel really root to the floor so you're using your abdominal muscles beautifully. And then keep your shins squeezing toward each other, but pull your sit bones wide and apart. So maybe you will tremble a little bit there. And then move your knees slightly toward your feet. So you're moving toward the end of your mat and then slightly towards your belly. So you're moving away and two, away and two. Keep squeezing the shins and widening the sit bones. Good. Now inhale the legs to the sky and switch. Bring the other knee on top. Put your hands down on the floor. It's a resisting, right? Squeeze your shins toward each other and then pull them away. Squeeze your shins toward each other. When you squeeze the shins in, pull your sit bones wide. There's always the contraction and there's always the expansion. We need both. Keep that navel in and then squeeze your shins in. Keep the shins squeezing in and pull the knees away from your belly and then towards your belly. Beautiful. And then stretch your legs straight up to the sky. And bring your arms alongside the body for a moment, palms face down, and just lift your hips off the mat and then lower your hips back down. Just lift your hips off the mat and lower back down. And then last thing here with the belly energy is to take your legs wide to letter V. How are you guys reading my mind? And then start to squeeze your legs slowly toward each other. Don't use your hands. Squeeze your legs slowly toward each other. Navel in. And then back out to letter V for victory. Squeeze those legs back. Slow, 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 slow. Last time. One more time. And then I have more storytelling for you. Good. And then hug your knees into your chest. Plant your feet on the floor. Constructive rest pose. Just let your knees be bent, your feet on the floor, and breathe. So this is rosemary. Rosemary is the smell of deja vu and the after breath of nostalgia. Her gift is the faint scent that teases and vanishes, leaving you longing for something you can't quite name. Which memory, that crest and crash, pulling you gasping into the unknown. In Victorian times, rosemary was said to be remember me. This is but a small part of her magic. Rosemary can case remembrance, softening sharp edges, or she can dredge the distant past, pulling on your DNA to bring forth the longing of lineage. Crush the leaves, hold them to your nose. The past is encoded in our cellular memory. Rosemary whispers, sink into the knowledge that lives in your bones. Let memory rise up from the body. of your being. This is a great way to honor ancestral memory and ancestral wisdom. So rosemary's magic lies in her oils that are hidden in her leaves. So crushing them. When you inhale rosemary, her vaporous oils cross through the mucous membranes in your nose and enter your bloodstream, helping you to signify and improving the memories, the lineages that have come before you. This is powerful stuff, everybody. Lift your hips up, please. Bridge pose, feet on the floor, clasp your hands underneath you, lift your chin up so that the sides of your throat. When I say lift your chin, it's because I don't want your chin moving towards your chest. So keep your head flat, but just lift your chin slightly up. Feel that energy of dragging your ankles back towards your hands and then your knees pressing them towards your toes. So your legs are working pretty powerfully here. And then once again, connect to that which is below you. Hold hands underground. Gorgeous. And then lower back down. Turn over onto your belly. Reach back and hold on to your ankles. Forehead to the mat. And I know I always sound like a broken record, but see that you pull the navel in here, because often when we're on our belly, we forget to engage the navel center. It's real important because we're doing a back bend here. So draw the navel in, widen the sit bones a lot, and then begin to lift up your head, neck, and chest. Lift up your knees any amount, spread your toes. Good, lower, come on back down. All right, now roll over onto your back again. So often I can't do this in class because we'd be rolling into each other, but see if you can lift up into bridge and hold your ankles. Got to bring your feet in real close. Lift up into bridge, hold your ankles. Good, and then lower your hips back down and roll over onto your belly into your bow pose. Lower your butt down first though. Don't be crazy. And now roll over. Go, 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 roll over. Yep, that's it, Dana. And lift up into bow. Don't turn your cameras off now. Now see if you can roll back onto your back again. This is really merely for my pleasure. And once you arrive on your back, relax your arms alongside of you. Bring the soles of your feet together and drop your knees wide. Feet together, knees wide. Breathe deep into a soft belly. And then draw the knees back up and place your right ankle on top of your left knee, right ankle, left knee, and draw your left knee into your chest. Flex both feet, please. See if we can keep that left shin parallel to the floor. So lift the left shin a little higher. Good. Press the right knee away from you. Make sure your right foot is flexed there. Pull your toes back more, 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 more. Good. Now lift your head up and now reach towards your left foot. Reach towards your left foot. Reach. So pull in. You're going to squeeze yourself into a little tiny ball. That's it. And then release down and change other side, ankle to knee when you're ready. Keep your head on the floor for a moment and breathe deeply into your body again, flexing your feet. And then lifting your head up and reaching for that right foot. Squeeze in, squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. And then release yourself back down. Good. Unwind your legs and hug your knees into your chest. And happy baby pose. Reach for your insteps. I'm going to give you an opportunity to take an inversion. So maybe you want to just stay here on your back and take your legs to the sky. Maybe you want to take your arms alongside the body and lift your hips up into a shoulder stand. Maybe you want to roll up and take yourself into a headstand or a handstand. And again, maybe that idea of just being on your back with the soles of your feet together felt good. You could stay right there. Wherever you choose to go, keep breathing deeply, please. And those of you that have inverted with your hands on the floor or your forearms on the floor, think again of that beautiful image of below you holding that space. I'm going to suggest just one more moment here, but if you want to come down now, you're welcome to do that for sure. And then if you're inverted, slowly begin to make your way back down. If you were in shoulder stand, maybe you want to roll your head from side to side. If you're in headstand, maybe a child's pose or handstand, a downward dog. Then you're going to bring yourself back up to sit, a comfortable cross-legged seat, please. And take a spinal twist to the right, left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you. And then twist to the other side. Good, come back to center, stretch your legs out in front of you. Draw your right knee in. Let your right knee fall out to the right, Janu Shirshasana. Twisting over that left leg, come forward into a forward bend, Janu Shirshasana. Right knee bends. Left leg straight out. Beautiful, everybody. Inhale, slowly come on up and switch legs when you're ready. Take it in though. Feel that sense of deeply bowing. When you're ready, fold forward over your right leg. And very slowly come back up. And then come into a cross-legged seat once again. Close your eyes. And again, for a moment, have that visualization of the white light beaming through you from your seat all the way up to the crown of your head, passing through your spinal column and all the chakras. And then see that white energy like it's suggested to look at it as an egg. So circular in front of you, circular to the side of you. So in holding you, this white light embracing front, back, overhead, below, as well as moving through your spinal column. And the suggestion here is that our immune system is much healthier when we heal it from the auric field. So that field that surrounds us. And it's also suggested that when we're in conversation with someone or when we're moving through our daily activities, that we continue to see ourselves as this incredible radiant light. Right? It's interesting. It almost seems a little self-absorbing. I'm talking to you and you're imagining yourself as a white damn light. But the idea is that the more that we connect with that and know that's who we are and encircle ourselves with that, the more we heal not only our immune system, but our emotional system. And then we add on to that these very sacred herbs and we ingest them or we burn them around us. And we just begin to see our interconnectedness so powerful and our individuality is so powerful. So stay here for just a minute in silent meditation. You can stay here or you can bring yourself down to Shavasana. Settle in, deeply relax, whether you're sitting in meditation You're lying on your back. Ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your body begin to stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the side, come on up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Beyond grateful to do this work with each and every one of you. We're never alone doing this work. We're always interconnected. Such a beautiful way. Take a deep breath in for the sound of Om. Sliding our hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Make it great. Go make some thyme tea. Or go sniff some rosemary.
Do you have any sage here?
I think I have it at home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Sheryl.
Thank
Hello,
you, Jen. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye, Sheryl.
Bye.
Thank you.